Hello, buddy. This is EToH. So, I'm here to talk more about the new series on EToH that I'm doing called The Final Journey. So, what is it about? So, The Final Journey is just one last build up before I officially retire from this game. So, what I plan to do with this build up is two things basically. Number one, I want to beat a terrifying tower, which I've never done before because my hardest tower is TOSM, which is only mid-extreme, not terrifying. I'd also like to use the opportunity to play a bunch of towers, which I've always wanted to do in the past. Like, I've always thought, yeah, that would be cool, I want to try it out and beat it for myself, but then I got lazy, or I never really found the time to, so I never did it. So basically, this is just one last final trip so that I can beat the terrifying and then I can say I've done something impressive, so I end off this whole thing on a good note. For this build-up, I have 10 towers to do, which is visualized by this very interesting looking graphic I have here. So of course, with a build-up, what usually happens is I start from an easier tower, then the things that I do progressively get harder until we reach the last one, which in this case is gonna be the terrifying tower. But first, let's go take a look at what I'm planning to do. So first of all, we have Citadel green stuff in Zone 2. For most of these towers, it's really just a case of I've always wanted to try it, but I for some reason just haven't done it. So I'd like to get it out of the way before I leave this game. And I think Citadel green stuff is a pretty cool one that I've always wanted to try, especially since it got revamped like a few years ago, and it's honestly a really good Citadel now. Next up, we have Tower of Icy Adventures in the arcade area. Now, Tower of Icy Adventures is a very interesting tower with a lot of history behind it. It's the hardest tower in the arcane area, of course, but it literally took like 2 years or something just for it to get into the area, because this tower had to go through so many revisions and revamps just to get into the area, which I thought, wow, that must have been terrible for the creator. But not only that, TOIA also is one of the few towers in this game with an actual storyline to it. There's like whole dialogue sections and everything, so I thought I should also give that a try. Next up is Tower Never Ending Dizziness in Ring 7. I find the theme of this tower with like all the spinning stuff really cool. Considering it's a Ring 7 tower, which was made in like 2019, I would honestly say that it holds up very well to this day. And really the same thing goes for Tower Really Nasty Ideas, which is like literally almost exactly the same difficulty as Tower Never Ending Dizziness, but this one is in Zone 1, and I've always wanted to try this tower because it is such an old tower, yet in my personal opinion, this tower was like pretty much the first one that brought about what I call the more modern standards of tower building in EToH. Because at the time, this tower was genuinely like a breakthrough in terms of quality, if you could call it that way. Especially since I think this tower literally got 30 out of 30 on its curator review or something like that, which, you know, that's pretty much unheard of. And number 5, we have Tower Chaotic Moments in Zone 2. I don't have much else to say about this, but I think it'll be another nice one on this list. Okay, number 6, Citadel of Peril. So we're getting into the very hard ones now. The Citadel of Peril has a very interesting gimmick to it. So basically, the whole Citadel has rising lava that starts from the moment you begin the tower. And you have to basically go through every floor nearly flawless in order to not fall into the rising lava, because if you do that, you're gonna die. It's a very, very consistency reliant tower, something which I think will be important for some of the towers I have later on. And also, well, the fact that it's in a volcano which erupts when you win, I think is not a very cool thing. But yeah, let's move on. Okay, number 7 is Tower Mind Breaking TOMB in Forgotten Realms. This is our first soul crushing tower on the list, and some of you might notice I've already done this tower before, and yeah, that's true. I've only put this in because this was actually a plan I originally wanted to do last year, but then I just didn't do it for some reason. So this is just part of the plan which I tried to do last year but couldn't do it. Anyway, yeah, since I've already beaten Tower Mind Breaking, I'm not gonna do it again. But for the sake of the plan, just pretend that I did the towers in order, because I definitely did not. Number 8 is Tower of Curved Ascent. Another very, very punishing tower. If you fall from like floor 6 or floor 5 and above, chances are you die immediately. It's gonna be another consistency test for me, which will hopefully not be too terrible. And number 9, Tower Suffering Outside in Ring 8. Alright, so this one would actually be a new harder, since it's harder than Tower Strategic Mechanics, but the main reason why this tower is even here in the first place is because after I beat TOSM, I like span a wheel and then it just landed on Tower Suffering Outside, and I'm gonna be honest, I really don't think this grind will go well for me, but whatever, okay, whatever. I'm sure I can get through it, and honestly, it's quite a good tower, despite the fact that it has such a poor history, because at one point Tower Suffering Outside was rated remorseless. In fact, that's what it was rated initially, remorseless. But over time, people realized this is ridiculous. It's way harder than remorseless, and now it's mid-extreme. But yeah, number 10. Well, I'm not going to reveal what tower it is yet. I will only tell you after I beat Tower Suffering Outside. But yes, I already do have a tower in mind. I've already chosen it. I'm just going to keep it a mystery for now because I want to be like that. But anyway, yeah, that's the towers. So now I'm gonna answer some questions regarding how this series is gonna be like, right? So the first 5 episodes of this build up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I put the numbers there corresponding to which tower it is. I will only do it on a video, so I won't live stream it. I will record myself playing through the tower, and then I will publish a video of my run, I guess. But for the last 5 towers, so COP onwards, I will stream myself doing it, and after I finish the tower, I will take my live stream footage and turn that into a video on its own. So hopefully that would be quite whatever word you want to use to describe what I'm doing. But like I've said already, because I already beat TOMB last year, I'm not gonna redo it, but I will make a video based off the live stream footage from last year. So if let's say I do one video, one episode per tower, this should be episode 7. TOMB should be episode 7, and I'll make a video from my TOMB livestream footage, which is gonna be super old, but let's just pretend I did it more recently for the sake of the series. Yeah, with that, that's it, so thank you. I probably yapped for way too long, but I don't care. If you didn't see that previous slide, because I'm recording Google Slides again, I'm gonna release episode 1, Citadel Green Stuff, on the 28th of October. Did I put 28th or 29th? Yeah, 28th October. So I'll see you then. If you have any other questions that have not been answered yet, then please put them in the comments. I will try to respond if I can. I'll see you for episode 1 then. Bye bye.